Our coverage tonight brings us to Clinton Prairie High School, where they've turned off the lights. They're ready to announce the starters here for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. It's the Fountain Central Mustangs, the Clinton Prairie Gophers here on the IHSAA Sports Network. Sean Walker, Pete Gass Show, ready to call the action for you here this evening. What has been a fantastic start to the season for the Clinton Prairie Gophers, sitting at 12-2 on the season, coming off of a heartbreaking loss, the last second shot against conference rival, and probably what's going to end up being a future sectional opponent in the Carroll Cougars. Just a 2-point loss there, gave them their second loss of the season. But this is a team that's been playing really well, Pete.
That was an excellent game to watch. I mean, it came down to that last second shot. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement for the fans. I really think we got a good one here tonight, though, Sean. Both these teams are, unfortunately, coming off a loss, so we're going to see who can get it turned around here.
The Gophers last night, their game was postponed. They were supposed to face Eastern due to health and safety protocols. That game postponed. They'll try to get it in later in the season. Fountain Central, however, they played Crawfordsville last night on their home floor. They lost that one 38-32. But after reading the article about the game that was written in the paper, I know Coach Dean, even though it was a heartbreaking loss, he was impressed with the way his team played as far as effort and defensively against a pretty tough Crawfordsville squad.
That is a very good Crawfordsville squad, Sean. And, for Fountain Central tonight, really for them, it's going to be about them handling that 2-1-2D that Clinton Prairie plays. They're going to have to take care of the ball tonight. And they got to find a way to slow down that CP offense. You know, they like to push the ball. They like to get points in transition. So should be a really fun game here.
Size could be a factor in this one, as Fountain Central will start with 6'8", 6'10", somewhere in that range. Number 42, Mason Larkin. He's set to jump it against Caden Davis. Larkin gets the tap. Fountain Central will have first possession. Your starters on the floor: number 3, Will Harmon. Number 23, Kobe Wolf. Number 24, Isaac Gaylor. 31, Luke Foxworthy. And as mentioned, number 42, Mason Larkin. Turnover gives the ball to the Gophers, and they will start out with their traditional starting lineup on the season. And number 3, Jonas Knipp. Number 4, Garrett McGraw. 22, Trevor Funk. 23, Caden Davis. And 24, Drew Blacker.
Let's see what the Gophers dial up here early. Look to push it inside. A lot of times they like to try to work the ball down low. Right now, just being real patient.
Funk with it, finds McGraw, 3 on the way. First 3 from McGraw, no good. Tracked down there from Larkin.
That was a good-looking shot from McGraw. Had a nice open look at the basket there, Sean. Just couldn't get that one to go in.
As this game gets started, we want to take the opportunity to say congratulations to Tinley Neal. Scored her 1,000th point in school history last night for the Clinton Prairie girls basketball program. She is now the 7th girl to do so. She joins her sister, the only set of sisters in school history to get above 1,000 points. So congratulations to Tinley Neal on what's been a fantastic career.
Yeah, congrats to her. That was wonderful. 2 trips down the floor for Fountain Central. Sean, 2 turnovers. This defense really stepping up for Prairie early.
Head coach for Fountain Central, a familiar face here on the ISC Sports Network. We've had him numerous times at his previous stop when he was the head coach of South Putnam. Under for the Eagles, he takes over for Fountain Central. It's his first season there. He's got him off to an 8-7 start. Floater in the lane. Blacker gets the shot to go.
Nice look down low, hit the open man, easy layup for the Gophers. Up 2-0.
Drew Blacker got a haircut. I about didn't recognize him. Another turnover out top. McGraw.
He's all business now. Got rid of the party in the back. He's all business. Let's see if he can take care of business tonight.
Funk with it out top. Being checked by Foxworthy.
He's saying, come on, man, you got to move.
This is Davis. Davis draws Isaac Gaylor on defense.
I like this defense that Fountain Central's playing, bringing it clear out to the half-court line. And nobody from Prairie moving very well. 2-on-1, block.
Mason Larkin with the long stretch. Roster lists him at 6'8". Coach lists him at 6'10". I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll go 6'10". He looks like he's towering amongst the other players out there this evening.
They've been working hard to try to get it down low. haven't had much success here. Let's see if they can get something in off the out-of-bounds play.
Quiet crowd so far here tonight.
Another
Prairie. Funk draws some contact, blocking foul called.
It's a good call.
Looks like this foul will be called on Luke Foxworthy, the 6'3" junior.
Yeah, I think the timing was just perfect on that.
That'll send Funk to the line. Trevor, a 65% free throw shooter on the season, averages almost 13 points per contest. Been a 4-year varsity player as Funk. Throw just a little flat, but gets it to trickle over the rim. Gophers out to a 5-0 lead.
Got the roll on that one. Here comes that pressure D. Good job of getting through it. Nice.
Kobe Wolf blocked in the lane.
Wow. Good move. Just couldn't finish.
Jake McGraw, number
There
12, checks in.
That's a pretty little shot right there, and they're going to get a timeout now. Good timeout.
Freshman's played well this season. He comes in off the bench and contributes right away. This portion of our broadcast tonight brought to us by Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry, believe strongly in continuing education to provide their patients with the latest technology and techniques. Look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but for your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. And it's been all smiles for the Gophers early on, out to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, they got the benefit. That Jake McGraw, Lane Holliker, Ryan Harshbarger, all those guys come off the bench and provide really solid minutes for the Gophers. So it's really nice to know if you got somebody gets in foul trouble, you got somebody step up off that bench and help you out. Or just get you some more energy on the floor.
Number 3 with the basketball there, Will Harmon. Well, a sophomore on this squad for Fountain Central, but he's one of the leaders on this team. Listed at 6'2", averages almost 10 points per contest as a freshman.
Garrett McGraw picked up his first. Fountain Central's got to see something go down here. Work a play.
Harmon, ball fake, a swing out, 3 on the way.
Oh, that was pretty.
Able to knock it down, Luke Foxworthy for 3. That'll break the scoring drought for Fountain Central. They're on the board now. Funk out to Nip, over to Blacker. Man-to-man defense, Pete, as you alluded, they're really stretching it out. Garden near that half-court line.
You got to kind of watch the slip here inside.
Gophers continue to work the ball on offense, trying to find an open look.
So one-on-one, can't get it. Oh, boy.
That time Funk able to get into the arms of Foxworthy as Foxworthy was trying to get him straight up.
Yeah, crowd didn't like it, but Foxworthy didn't have his hands both straight up in the air that time. Just able to drive in there and draw the foul.
Foxworthy picks up another foul here for Fountain Central. Funk back at the line where he was 1 for 1 on the night, now 2 for 2. Substitution now with the foul trouble early for Foxworthy. It'll bring in Carter Merriman, 6'2" senior. Funk leaves that one a little short. 8-3 early lead, halfway through the first quarter. Saturday night in Indiana. Our area expected to get a little bit of snow this evening. You hate to say it's been kind of a quiet winter, but because I don't want to jinx anything, but it really has. There's been more snow in Texas and Mexico than there has been in this part of Indiana.
It's been cold enough, I'll tell you that.
Coach Chad Peckinpah has these Gophers off to a great start, 12-2 on the season. Funk leaves that one a little short.
That was a good pass inside. Nice move underneath the basket for Funk. Couldn't get it to go.
It's hard to believe that Coach Chad Peckinpah is at his third season already at the helm of these Gophers.
He's got them playing really well.
Nipple get the foul here. Chad Peckinpah 42-14 in his third season. That's a heck of a start. He's only got about 98 wins to catch Dad. Shout out to Rick Peckinpah. We know he's probably tuning in this evening, likes to watch these Gophers. Coach Rick Peckinpah, 539 wins. He is 28th all-time boys basketball history. Congratulations, Coach. I hope you're enjoying retirement.
Yeah, one of the nicest coaches I've ever met. Extremely nice. Always was good to us when we came over to cover.
Look down low. This is Larkin. Footwork in the paint. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped around. Tracked down by Isaac Gaylor. Gaylor looking for a teammate. He finds one.
Quick three.
The three off the mark from Wolf. Now here come the Gophers.
Oh, that was off his foot.
McGraw loses the dribble, as Pete just said. Turnover gives the ball back to the Mustangs.
I really like the way the Mustangs are playing defense right now. Just they got to find something on the offensive here to get them going. Try to get an easy two here somehow.
It's a team for the Mustangs that averaged 46.5 points per contest.
Oh, nice job of getting in the lane. That's just slip.
Turned right into the defender that time. Lost the ball and his footing. It's Ryan Harshbarger that's checked into the game. As Pete talked about earlier, some of those bench players that have started to earn more minutes on this varsity squad and gain some more trust. Harshbarger was not in the rotation to start the season. Has fought and earned his way to more playing time.
Woo! Mercy.
Blacker for three. He's got 5 points now.
Boy, Drew's got a nice looking shot when he squares up to the basket and lets it go. Another turnover.
This defense creates so many pass deflections. But the Gophers a little sloppy with the basketball themselves, Pete, early on.
Not able to get that in and let it go right off his hands, out of bounds, and get the ball back to Fountain Central.
This Fountain Central's team had a 5-game winning streak earlier in the season. But lately, though, they've lost 3 straight, including 4 of their last 5. Still above 500 on the season, though, at 8-7. That one misses everything. It's the first noise we've heard from the Clinton Prairie student section this evening.
Students, let them hear about it.
Relatively quiet in the gym this evening. Harshbarger with it out top after the handoff. They let Blacker let one fly.
Got that one.
After hours, the bank is open this evening.
Right. Hey, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. You'll take it.
Gophers
down low.
11-point lead. Good look inside. Gaylor.
Oh, man.
Loses the handle. Foul called on the floor.
Well, if that pass gets there just a little quicker, that's an easy 2.
This Fountain Central team and Coach Greg Dean, they've elected to go young for the most part this season. 4 seniors on the roster. None of those seniors in the starting lineup, though. Starting 3 sophomores and 2 juniors tonight. Few substitutions, though. Emmanuel Baradas has come into the game. Where's number 34 there for Fountain Central?
Another turnover. defense is relentless tonight. Really active hands on these Gophers.
Number 22, Seth Martin, into the game as well for these Mustangs. Said it on last night's broadcast beat. I had the pleasure to call the game with Mike Walensky, and I told him I don't think I would want to be an official in today's age. I'm glad that there are still people out there that work it. But, man, you got to have the patience of a saint. Charge call here as McGraw's out of control.
Sure do. They made the right call that time. Out of control, coming into the lane. Mustang was set. Yeah, they're going to make that call every time.
Try to get it up here and get a last shot. The buzzer will sound first. And that'll bring the first quarter to a conclusion. 14-3, Clinton Prairie on top of Fountain Central. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Second quarter action on ISC right after this.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. That's why Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology and is growing their presence in north central Indiana. Because every community deserves infrastructure and beyond. To learn more, contact us today.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. 14-3 your score after one. Second quarter action set to get start here on the ISC Sports Network. Sean Walker, Pete Gasho set to call the action for you this evening. Jake McGraw with it now as he checks in for the Gophers here to start the second quarter. Brian Harshbarger out there as well as Lane Holliker, number 30.
Oh, that one just tipped away.
McGraw, great pass. Harshbarger leaves it short. Davis on the follow. Gophers can't get it to drop. Seth Martin with the rebound, and he'll draw the foul.
Whew. That's kind of a iffy foul. I don't know, but it just seemed like one of those calls did need to be made. Looked like the player was just getting ready to go around him and head down the floor, but it is what it is.
Coach Greg Dean choosing to leave his alma mater at South Putnam, where
nice look.
Been a head coach for a while. This bucket here by Isaac Gaylor, the first two of the quarter here for Fountain Central.
A really good job of giving a ball up that time. Get the open man, easy layup.
A lot of people might ask, why you're at your alma mater, why would you leave? Well, he had a tie to Fountain Central. Greg's father, Max, was a Fountain Central coach and a player back in the 70s. Played for Fountain Central, then later coached them. Part of a sectional championship team. Great pass down low. Gaylor scores again.
This is what Fountain Central was wanting to do at the beginning of this game, but just not able to get the ball down low. This time, two successful trips down. They just got to get a stop on the defensive end. Not going to get it that time.
Jake McGraw able to drive. He's got 4 in the contest. Lead out to 12. Collision here. They call the offensive foul on Gaylor. Gophers will bring some of the starters back into the game now with Funk checking back in, as well as Blacker. Blacker had that real nice first quarter, Pete. 2 3-pointers, a 2-point field goal, 8 points in the quarter.
You look at that guy kind of like to me, that's how I look at Blacker. It's like the glue of that team, you know. when he's on the floor, I really feel like he's the one that kind of brings them all together. He does a little bit of everything out there.
They give that foul to Seth Martin, much to the chagrin of the Fountain Central faithful who made the trip to Clinton Prairie High School this evening. Funk's going to head back to the line for his 4th free throw attempt of the game. Leaves this one short. 2 for 4 from the line tonight is Funk. I like your commentary there on Blacker because I agree. And I'll tell you, something else I've noticed is when our cameras show up, Blacker shows out. He averages a little over 4 points per game. He had 8 in the first quarter. He was in double figures earlier this season.
Well, let's hope he has
16 or 18 points in a contest that we covered.
Family and friends tuning in to watch him play.
What we love about our coverage here on ISC, it takes us all over the state of Indiana. Obviously, a parent company, one of the part owners of ISC's Mulberry Telecommunications. So there's a tie here to Clinton Prairie High School being in the community. We do our best, though, to remain unbiased. And
certainly. Oh, great job. What a run.
Nice drop off to Caden Davis, his first field goal of the contest.
Great eyes. Really good pass to finish it up.
Martin back out top to Wolf. Colby scoreless so far this evening. Thought about the 3 there to Kobe. Now Larkin, 3 on the way, no good.
Well, they've had a few looks from the outside, haven't been able to get very many of them to go down.
Blacker thought about the 3 and then looked down low. Thought maybe he was going to take a heat check moment there. Jake McGraw for 3. And he drops it. Seven points tonight for the freshman. Jake McGraw had a game, Pete, the last time that you and I had a broadcast. We covered him versus Tri-County.
Both of them.
He had 17 points that night. Garrett had 24, and you're right. We were like, who's going to outscore who here and go home with some bragging rights?
That's got to be fun. Again, good kids, good family.
Pete, not to put you on the spot, I don't expect you to know the answer to this question, but you might. Can you name one of the most famous alumni in Fountain Central high school history? Was a football player for the Mustangs back in the day.
Oh, man.
I'll give you a hint. He wore face paint.
The Ultimate Warrior?
You got it. How about that? James Bryan Hellwig from Fountain Central. Yeah.
No way.
How about that?
There better be a big old picture of him in that school somewhere.
The Warrior, man. Warrior passed away in 2014 of a heart attack, literally like 2 days after being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I always want to say WWF because that's what it was called when I was growing up.
Man, I had no idea that would be it. Ultimate Warrior.
Good guess. Trivia knowledge.
Somebody's going to have a senior picture of him somewhere that they can share.
Oh, yeah. They're floating out there. Isaac Gaylor got his 3rd field goal of the quarter. 6 points in the contest for Isaac. Backdoor lob.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Trevor Funk caught that perfect. Nice, easy layup.
27-9. Going to get a foul in the middle here against the Gophers. Pointing in the area of Drew Blacker. It's on Funk.
Trevor Funk picked up his 2nd, maybe?
Yeah, number 2 on Trevor. Emmanuel Barada set the line now for Fountain Central. 6'3" senior.
Yeah, he's a senior too. Get
Gets
that
the
one
roll.
to go. How about that?
Little smile. Little shot up. And over the back call
Yep.
here on Gaylor.
They're going to get Gaylor on that one. Just fighting for the rebound. Those are tough sometimes, because you commit to it and you got to get, you're trying to work hard and get that rebound. And for a coach, you're just like, oh, man, I just wish you would have done it.
Last night, a Friday night frenzy across the state of Indiana. We had girls basketball here in our local market for you. Rossville Hornets took on the Clinton Central Bulldogs. But there were some fantastic finishes to some boys' games as Davis gets hacked there. He smiles as he gets up. Newcastle, buzzer beater last night in the Fieldhouse.
Nice.
Give Newcastle the win.
Wow.
I also saw a highlight video, missed the school, but somewhere here in Indiana, they put in their team manager at the end of the game. He knocked down a 3. Student section went crazy.
Beautiful. Love
You love
stories
those
like
moments.
that. Love that.
Caden Davis gets his first free throw to go. He's got 3 points tonight.
That's what it's about, team, being on a team like that. Getting that opportunity, stepping up and making a big play too, Wonderful.
18-point lead for the Gophers. This is a team that all season long, they've been winning by an average of 19 points per game.
3 on the way.
No good. Larkin battles down low for Fountain Central, but the ball ends up in Garrett McGraw's hands. And the senior is scoreless this evening. Garrett leads the team with 17 points per game. And he's another one I was prepared to talk about. Usually shows up and has a big game when we're here. In our last 3 games that we've covered of the Gophers, he had 25 versus Western Boone, 24 versus Tri-County, 23 versus Frontier.
Yeah, he let that one go. He was off on that shot there. Almost felt like he forced that one a little bit though too. So maybe he's looking to get this scored, get started. They really haven't needed him yet tonight, so getting plenty of scoring from Blacker and some of the bench guys. So
get a little bit of rest tonight. Will McGraw as he checks back out.
I think this is great for. Did he just pick up his foot or he did?
Violation there on the Gophers gives the ball back to the Mustangs. A little over 2 minutes to go before the half. Stay tuned to halftime. Pete and I will show you some of the first half highlights, go over a little analysis, maybe give you some scores from around the state tonight.
Looks like they got nip on that foul. Fountain Central going to the line now.
Kobe gets the first free throw to go. He's in the scoring column now tonight. Second up, that one rolls out. Gophers head the other way. Patient on offense on this trip so far for the Gophers. Just content to kind of move it around and work some clock here before the half.
Yeah, just taking her time. Got a good lead here. Yeah, no need to rush it. Just take care of the ball and work it.
Pete, if I told you before the contest started tonight that Jonas Knipp, who averages almost 8 points per game, and Garrett McGraw, who averages 17 points per game, would be scoreless at the half.
I wouldn't have believed you.
1, you probably wouldn't have believed me, and 2, I don't know that you'd have believed the Gophers would be up by 17.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. This game is a lot closer if Fountain Central hits those threes from the outside. They're not going to be leading by any means, I don't think, but it is going to be a lot closer. I think they've done a really good job on defense. Just can't get these to go down just like that.
A little too strong there. Nip brings it out for the Gophers. He'll look to push with a minute on the clock. Blacker, 3. No good. Blacker had hit his first 2 3-pointers tonight. Leads all scorers right now with 8 points in the game, does Blacker.
Got in trouble.
Wolf ran out of real estate and then threw it away.
Nice pass.
Good hustle to get back there by Carter Merriman. Looked like a pretty good block. I couldn't tell if he got him with the body or not.
It's a great pass by Harshbarger.
You can really see why Harshbarger's earned more minutes
Yeah.
as this season's gone along. Definitely seeing the floor a lot more. Jake McGraw now with 8 points in the contest. Tied for the team high tonight with Drew Blacker. He'll take the lead now, 9. Gophers with a 19-point lead. So we approach the half, and defensively this year, we have seen the Gophers turn the other team over at a high rate. Pretty much everybody that they've played.
And this game has been about the points that have come off those turnovers here tonight.
This 3-2 or 2-1-2 zone that they deploy, kind of a hybrid model in that regard. Something that we saw Coach Rick Peckinpah deploy at McCutcheon. Chad brings that here to Clinton Prairie, and they're very effective with it. Pass deflections, turnovers.
In the games we've seen personally, Carroll was the only team to have much success against that. They were hot from the outside that night and able to work the ball a little bit on the inside. So,
yeah, it's important to know when Carroll, they hit 5 or 6 threes to start the game.
yes, they did. It looked like almost for a second, I really thought they were going to get maybe some kind of a route going on, but I was really impressed the way the boys fought back.
This ball caroms out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs.
And you're right. If you look down the schedule for Clinton Prairie, that's a very favorable schedule to, in and out until you start getting into sectional play. A lot of those games are on the roster. Get in there.
McCarthy dumped it off for Larkin. Couldn't get the 3.
Oh!
Tracked down here, and a buzzer beater
Boy,
drops.
was his foot on there? It looked like his foot maybe was on the line. I hope that was a 3. Great effort at the end there for Fountain Central to get that loose ball and come up with it.
We'll check the scoring. We'll see if it was a 2 or 3 at the half. But for now, 30-14 your score. We'll take a break. We'll be back with halftime analysis right after this.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. Access to broadband internet could be the difference between providing an education and leaving new generations behind.
Living in rural America, the biggest obstacle was that we were trying to find a comprehensive approach to address the complexities of my son's autism. I mean, we needed people that could break down the complex issues that we were experiencing, that I understood what I needed to do. That by having high-speed internet, we were able to get the resources and the education we needed.
Mulberry has recognized that there is a need in our community for broadband internet. This has been something that we have been focusing on for the last 10 years. The needs that are all around us with jobs and schools and medicine and many layers of needs that are out there now. But it's not just that, it's the bandwidth required for those needs. You think about any normal residential family and look at what they're doing on a daily basis. It changes a lot, but the bandwidth requirements seem to be that consistent element of this. But also, even more than that, we're starting to expand into the CLEC portion, which is the non-traditional boundaries that we have. And so for us, it's a natural transition because of our aggressive stance with fiber and where we hope to go even in the future. So it's enabled us to be in that place where, as we build out these networks, we're seeing the needs of today, but we're also doing it and recognizing the needs of tomorrow and trying to build out that way.
Fiber optic technology can enhance a community's way of life and provide new opportunities never before available. Luckily, local organizations are working together to solve the problems that major telecom providers have ignored.
Being able to deploy new technologies like fiber optic internet, for example, I think is imperative. And during the pandemic, we've kind of seen that. Everybody, regardless of location, needs to be able to work, attend school, even consult with doctors completely remotely. And that's something nobody could have predicted 2 years ago. So having access regardless of location is, well, necessary to be able to handle challenges like we're facing now in the future.
Getting access to make things beneficial for our customers, that's the key, that's the name of the game, is how can we get connected to even those furthest reaches that are out there. We started from the outside and started to work in. So a lot of our rural customers, as we built out our fiber network, they received the benefit first. And as we start to look at our future and how we're forecasting what's next for us, and we want to be able to go into these areas that we recognize a need for and go in and do what we do best, which is serve them with broadband internet. And being able to allow that rural customer the privilege to be on that network, and that's what motivates us.
Well, originally when we were with the slower internet, it was always frustrating because we couldn't communicate well with one another. A lot of the teaching and a lot of how they're training me about nutrition or about other things that I need to do within my home, the internet connection was slow or what I was saying was getting all muffled, then that's very frustrating. Definitely with high-speed internet, everything was just perfect. We were able to communicate back and forth as far as what was going on in the videos that I was sending to them, and so that was huge. I was able to really communicate, and that's what's necessary.
Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology for over 100 years. Their mission is to provide an essential infrastructure for their community and beyond.
We have lived in this house for 15 years, and it's in a rural area, and we were having terrible internet service, and that was very frustrating because I wanted to be able to run my business. I wanted to be able to also communicate with a clinic that was in Philadelphia. So there was goals that I wanted to achieve, and those goals were not going to be achieved without high-speed internet. So we approached Mulberry, and we told them what our needs were, and they met those needs. They went above and beyond, and the service has been perfect.
I grew up in a rural community myself, so I understand the pain of not having any access to broadband whatsoever. So I love that every day we get to solve those challenges for everybody. Also, honestly, I just like the challenge and love the learning opportunities that come with it. This career field is so broad and vast that I feel like I could go for another 40 years and not fully master every part of it, and I think that's awesome.
Mulberry is a cooperative built and managed by local community members with the mission to provide equal opportunity and state-of-the-art technology to Americans in rural communities. Mulberry strives to provide outstanding customer service and enhance their customers' way of life.
When I started at Mulberry 5 years ago, we were using less than a sixth of our current internet traffic today. Now, after the pandemic, we've seen customers use their internet at all times throughout the day. So we're really focused on reliability, redundancy, and scalability looking into the future.
With the world that's really shaking a lot around us, we can be that stable force. We can be that connection point to get them to whatever they need to do, no matter if it's very high and of importance or if it's very low and it's just something to do for fun. As a telecommunications provider, we want to be that connection point to our customers. Our mission at Mulberry is to serve the rural community. It has been that way for 100 years and will continue to be that.
To learn more, contact us today.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
We welcome you back here at the half. 30-14 your score as some of the highlights roll from the first half of action. 16-point lead for the Gophers. Pete, this has kind of been the MO. I mean, we've covered the Gophers quite a few times this season, and these are the type of leads that we've seen going into the half from this team.
Prairie wanted to limit the touches inside, and they wanted to out-rebound this team. They've done that so far, and they've been able to push the ball. They've been able to convert in transition, and really, to me, it was the points off of the turnovers.
For the Gophers tonight, leading them in scoring, it's the freshman Jake McGraw. He's got 9 points. 8 points for Drew Blacker, 7 for Trevor Funk. Caden Davis had 3, and then Ryan Harshbarger off the bench with 3 points as well. On the other side of the floor for the Fountain Central Mustangs, their leading scorer is Isaac Gaylor with 6 points. Luke Foxworthy hit a 3 early, but then got into foul trouble. We'll see him in the second half. He had 2 points from Cardi Merriman and Kobe Wolf, and then a single point for Emmanuel Baradas. No points for the big fella, Mason Larkin. Listed at 6'10", and so far not a lot of attempts around the bucket. A couple we see from the highlights here for Fountain Central, but just struggling to figure out that zone defense from the Gophers.
Yeah, second half, you'd like to see Fountain Central try to get Mason Larkin going there, and Will Harmon, get those guys working for him.
That last shot by Carter Merriman ruled a 2. We see accurately called. It happened so quick for me. I was like, was he behind the line? Was he on it? But it was definitely a 2-pointer. But we'll see. Maybe that gives them a little bit of momentum coming out of the second half. You get a big shot to fall and get some adrenaline going.
Yep.
Get the team fired up and see what you can do. But right now, it's kind of a weird game. I mean, the score is kind of what we're used to seeing with Clinton Prairie this year so far, the number 9 ranked team in 2A. But when I look at my notes here, Pete, again, Jonas Knipp averages 8 points a game, has not scored. Garrett McGraw, 17 points per game, has not scored. But then I look at Fountain Central, and your 2 leading scorers in Will Harmon and Mason Larkin, both scoreless at the half for Fountain Central.
It's been one of the games for the Gophers where your bench play of McGraw, Holliker, and Harshbarger have really picked it up for those guys who you expected to be out there, your top scorers,
30-14 your score at the half. That's going to do it for our halftime show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with third quarter action on ISC.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Welcome back here to Clinton Prairie High School. 30-14 your score. Third quarter action.
The students went with some kind of whiteout tonight over there.
I just thought maybe Justin Bieber concert had broke out on the sidelines or something.
Fountain Central starting out here. See if they can't get a basket right off the back here. Not worry about. Oh boy, that was a nice steal by Nip.
Nip able to take that one away. Then a foul on this side. It'll be on number 3, Will Harmon. That's going to send McGraw to the line. Jake McGraw tonight leading the Gophers in scoring with 9 points. Gets the start here in the second half. It's the first free throw to go. 10 points now from McGraw. Gets them both. Now 32-14 your score.
Good looking shots there. Here comes that defense from the Gophers.
Number 5, Jared McCarthy getting the start here in the second half.
Oh, quick hands and nip. Man.
Luke Foxworthy, 31. We told you to check back in and play. He got into foul trouble there in the first quarter. He does have a three-pointer in the contest. The driving kick here. Larkin.
Oh, boy.
Lost his balance. They give it up. McGraw going the other way, leaves it short, got his own rebound, and puts it up and in.
Good strong finish.
(34-14) now a 20-point lead for the Gophers. Fountain Central looks down low. Good job bringing that one in.
Nice block. Oh, you get him on the foul, though. That looked like a pretty good block to me.
So Isaac Gaylor heads to the free throw line here for Fountain Central. First free throw off the mark. His first trip to the line this evening. 8 points, 4 rebounds per contest for the sophomore. Pete and I mentioned earlier, very young Fountain Central team. They do have 4 seniors on the squad.
Oh, my goodness. Great rebound.
Larkin let the 3 fly, battling on the offensive glass, and man, you almost feel for Fountain Central.
No
They're getting
kidding.
some good looks right at the rim. Can't
3
get them to drop.
tries. Nothing can go down. They're battling for the rebounds. Working a lot harder now.
McGraw to the corner, nip. 3 stepped out of bounds first, I believe. Nope, traveled.
Oh, gotcha. I thought he stepped out myself. You can hear the coach yelling down corner. He was wide open.
Not just youth on this Fountain Central team, but some height, Pete. I mean, you look at what's coming back next year. I know this season's not over, but just thinking about the future a little bit. 6'2", Will Harmon, the sophomore. 6'8", 6'10", Mason Larkin. He's a junior coming back. 6'3", Luke Foxworthy, a junior. Wolf and Gaylor with good size. Foul here on Caden Davis.
Yeah, Davis. It should have just let that one go. Yeah, that's some good, height, and we got all those sophomores on this team and juniors. They should be able to, keep, putting stuff together for this Fountain Central team.
This Fountain Central squad went 9-13 a year ago. They lost in the first round of sectionals to Seeger. Just 1 win away to match the total from last season. Even if they fall here tonight, they'll be 8-8 at 500. Got some ties to the local area to Fountain Central. Our athletic director, Jason Good, former Frankfort hot dog player and coach. McGraw blocked down here. Foul given to Gaylor. Boy, I really thought Gaylor got all ball there.
Waiting to see what you said on that myself, but it looked like he had good position, able to get over the top without getting him with the body.
I will give it the old Mike Walensky from last night when I asked him, and he said, I didn't have a very good angle on it.
Didn't have a good angle on that one.
I have to trust the official that was in position. McGraw gets the first to go, 35-14 score. Gets the second. He remains perfect at the line tonight, 6 for 6.
You're right, though, being official, that's not the job for me.
I officiate enough at home.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Pete, I know you and I both, we're girl dads. So there's a lot of officiating that goes on.
Wow, I thought that was Fountain Central ball.
Coach Greg Dean would like an explanation. Not even going to get a look.
Man.
Funk with it for the Gophers.
There's a little zone now throwing at the Gophers.
McGraw
be careful, though. Let's say the Gophers can let them go.
Wolf runs out of real estate, swings cross court and finds Harmon. Now back to Wolf. Larkin out on the wing.
That's deep.
3 or 4 feet behind the line. He lets it go.
That away.
Mason Larkin on the scoreboard now, 3 points.
Boy, that was 2 steps out. Nice, strong shot.
Gonna get a foul here, a push out top. Number 24, Isaac Gaylor. I've got that as number 4 against Gaylor.
Yeah, Gaylor seems to be frustrated right now. I think he really liked that CP was kind of slowing it down there. You know, he wants to get out there and go.
Osler and Harshbarger check into the game for the Gophers, as well as Blacker. Been a great week of hoops, at least for me, Pete. My IU Hoosiers finally, after 9 straight losses, I got to enjoy something.
I put the beat down on my Boilers. Yeah, you know, the streak can't last forever, so that's how it goes sometimes. So we knew it had to come to an end sometime. So I guess you got to start another one, or you guys got to start one. We had a good battle, though. It was a fun game to watch. A couple guys on my team I don't think played very well, but it was a good game, though.
Good to see.
I love those rivalry games. I think it's wonderful.
Levi Osler get a bucket there for the Gophers, number 35.
And you gotta think about the young man who put up 18, 20 of those points for IU. Happened to play McCutcheon.
Harmon knocks down a 3. 38-20 your score.
So we got to tie it all back, don't we?
Oh! How about a block from Luke Foxworthy?
Get him, Luke.
Luke said, I'll meet you at the summit.
Yeah. I like the strong play.
That was the volleyball spike wind up as well.
It was. He timed that just perfect.
You know, Pete, between the IU-Purdue rivalry, as Nip draws a foul here and then.
That was a travel.
Oh, traveling violation. So Nip took the brunt of that one.
To be, but that's got to go to travel.
Another McCutcheon Maverick and Jason Donkersloot.
Yeah.
Name that you might remember.
Absolutely.
He posted something this week after that game that said, it's okay, Boiler fans. He's like, just know this. If you've got a child that's in kindergarten or preschool or younger, they've never seen Indiana beat Purdue until today. They went 5 straight years.
Yeah, there's a lot of those little things rolling around there about some of these things that weren't even invented or whatever. Yeah, goofy stuff.
Timeout taken. We'll thank one of our sponsors here, Mulberry Telecommunications, where they offer service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. Want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel fiber? Visit mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, it's the best gig in town. These Gophers, you take a look at their huddle right now. That coaching staff, we mentioned it before, Coach Chad Peckinpah. Russ Doyle on that last sectional title. Came way back in 1982. Been trying to help the Gophers get to another one. We've got the number 2 all-time leading scorer in school history in Cale Morris, at least from the boys' side of the program. Number 2 in boys scoring. And then Bailey Good, solid point guard a few years ago, filling out that coaching staff here for the Gophers.
Yeah, they bring that youth, you know. You got your age, you got your with Doyle, sorry Doyle, but you know, you got the age and with Peck there, and then you got the youth, and all of them bring something to this Clinton Prairie program. Well, that was tipped.
Blacker with a nice closeout on Harmon gets the block.
Get up, Blacker.
Harshbarger will walk it across, bring it across here for the Gophers. McGraw's had a nice scoring night this evening. He's got 15 points. Being hounded out top by Will Harmon. Fountain Central now falls into their own 3-2 defense.
Oh, that will look good all the way.
Taken away by Harmon, run out.
Yep. Nice job jumping into the passing lane. Not the most crisp pass, but able to time that one just right.
Harmon scoreless in the first half, but he's got 5 here in the third quarter. Starting to pick up the scoring output and the intensity.
Fountain Central still playing hard. A lot of pride. I like this. They don't need to be looking up at that scoreboard again. Just play hard, and what comes, comes. Nice shot.
McGraw with his second 3 on the night. 18 points for the freshman. Maybe going for a new career high. Matter of fact, I think he's got it. Harmon goes to the corner to Merriman. Puts the ball on the deck, out to the wing. Number 5, Jared McCarthy, one of the 4 seniors, draw the foul. Under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
If they can get one off here in the quarter.
Wolf to McCarthy. Back to Wolf.
That's good quick. Gotta put something up.
2 seconds. 1.
Nope.
Will not get it off in time. They'll wave that one off even though it went in.
That's too bad.
Your final after 3, 41-22. Gophers on top of Fountain Central. Back with the fourth quarter right after this. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to us by our friends at the Healthy Communities of Clinton County. They were formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who are interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. I want to thank Laura Archibald and her staff and everyone at Healthy Communities of Clinton County for all that they do. From the mental health awareness games that we put on to the simple fact that they decrease teenage pregnancy in Clinton County through different programs and initiatives. They assist those to get insurance that struggle to find insurance or struggle to afford it. A little bit of everything. Blacker with 2 here. Blacker in double figures with 10. Lead out to 21. Coach P, it almost makes you wonder if Coach Peckinpah has, or maybe McGraw's not feeling the greatest, Garrett McGraw, because we haven't seen him play much here in the second half.
No. They got the timeout real quick.
We know that Clinton Prairie had been on e-learning this whole last week. Supposed to announce soon if they'll go back to in-person learning on Monday, if they'll stay in that e-learning setting. Pretty much every county in Indiana in the red right now. So I hope that everyone out there does a good job of keeping themselves and their families safe.
Well, hopefully it's just an off night for McGraw. He's just, just not having one of those nights that you usually have. And
the other thing, too,
put
is
something together here after. And then, again, they got a decent lead here, so that's been the need to.
Clinton Prairie got up, and Coach Peckinpah is rewarding some of those younger players who worked hard in practice all season long, getting some minutes here tonight.
Absolutely.
As we look ahead for the schedules of these two teams, if I could talk. For Fountain Central, they'll get a little bit of a break. Next Saturday, they'll play Benton Central at home. Benton Central 8-5 on the season. They'll go to Covington before hosting South Newton and Park Heritage. They're that first week of February. Fountain Central currently 1-2 in conference play. So with those games against Covington and Park Heritage coming up, those will be some conference opponents to try to get some victories. Although Covington 3-0 in conference play, 10-4 overall, and they've won 8 straight. Covington was the home for longtime Clinton Prairie coach Kent Cheesem for a while. Once Covington was the head coach there. Corner 3, McGraw, short. Funk pulls down the rebound. Up and under. Another rebound, up goes Davis, and he'll draw the foul.
Larkin under there, just not able to outwork those guys. Got the height, just not able to outwork those guys down there.
Caden Davis has 3 points in the contest here this evening. Just 1 of 3 from the line, though.
See if he can get this next one right here. No, a little too hard.
Davis misses both. 19-point lead for the Gophers. Again, Clinton Prairie was off last night. They're supposed to play Eastern. Part of that varsity doubleheader action inside the conference. Gophers in second place in the conference right now, tied with a few other teams. Going to need some help, though, because Carroll's undefeated in conference play. They're undefeated on the season. And they've got the tiebreaker over Clinton Prairie right now. Funk gets the block. They're on Owen Acton. Number 30, the sophomore, checked in here for Fountain Central. These two teams have played numerous times over the years. 27 to be exact, going back to 93, 94. That's as far back as we can check on the wonderful site of John Harrell. The Gophers have taken 18 of those games just 9 for Fountain Central. They did not play a year ago. I believe that game was postponed and then unable to be rescheduled.
They did play prior to that. Year before that. Prairie did beat them on that one.
Trevor Funk back at the line. 3 of 5 from the line tonight is Funk. Has not scored in the second half.
Well, the Gophers can't get anything to go down from the free throw line.
Garrett McGraw back into the game now, number 4. I don't know the last time he was scoreless in a game.
It's been a strange game, you're right.
17 points per contest, and normally it just looks a little off this evening. Hartman will draw the foul here.
Funk.
Yep, they're going to get Funk with the foul. I've got that as 3 on Trevor.
Here comes number 12, Jake McGraw, come back in, and Funk will have a seat.
These two teams playing here tonight, Clinton Prairie, Fountain Central, could see each other again in sectional play. Indiana high school basketball, it's all in how the ping pong falls, so they do not rank based off of your regular season records. It is a blind draw to see who you get in the sectional. The section will be played at Western Boone. Consists of Carroll, Clinton Prairie, Fountain Central, Seeger, Western Boone, and Rossville. I would have to say right now at this time of the season, Clinton Prairie and Carroll got to be the 2 odds-on favorites to come away with a sectional championship, and Sagarin ratings agree. They're ranked number 1 and 2 in that sectional right now. Turnover, stepped on the out-of-bounds line, gives the ball back to the Gophers.
Anything can happen in those games, that's for sure. I'll tell you, if Carroll and Prairie do happen to meet up again, boy, I sure like to see that one again. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Two teams that absolutely duked it out last week. 45-43 win for Carroll on a last-second shot.
Yeah, and the girls' game prior to that, very good game.
Clinton Prairie Gophers girls basketball team is one that has really started to turn it around here late in the season. They're starting to gel. Coach Henley took over that program about a week prior to the season starting. I think he's got those girls playing well now.
Yeah, it took them a little bit time to get used maybe to Coach Henley. Able that they've settled in, and Henley, I think, has really gotten used to them now, finding out who they are, what those kids can provide, and he's getting some scoring now from some other players there on the team, and Tinley Neal's having trouble being guarded really well, just getting some other girls to step up and make some shots.
Deep 3 here from Harmon. He drops it.
How about that? That's a pretty shot.
8 points for Harmon. He was quiet in the first half. He's erupted here in the second. 43-27 your score now, 16-point game. Blacker pushes it back out to 18. He's got 12. Under 4 minutes. McGraw with the takeaway. To the bucket. And in the fourth quarter with 3:51 to go, Garrett McGraw is on the scoreboard.
I mean, Fountain Central, really, if they could have got a stop, they could have got this thing down to like 13, 14 points, and some bad passes. Nobody moved before the ball. A lot of hands on the hips here.
Timeout taken allows us to think defining looks, wig, hair, and nail salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19. Any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Located at 311 Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette.
Defining looks. They get me a nice defining look with one of them bigs on there or something. Got thin, a little thin on top now, so.
It happens. And there's a perfect job by our producer director tonight, Jake Morris, to bring us in and show us off
that,
there.
Jake. Thank you so much.
Mine is just a little short this evening. It looks like there's some patches here, but that's just great.
We like to thank all of our sponsors. So Defining Looks, we love you.
Yeah. Been an awesome time since the inauguration of IHSAA. It started as MTC Sports Productions. It's now become the IHSAA Sports Network. Pete and I, we got to enjoy calling many, many games for years during the infant stages of the IHSAA that has now grown into the full-blown traveling circus that it is today.
And we had Jake along with us for a lot of this ride, man. Calling some Clinton Prairie football games over there.
That is true. I don't want to leave Jake out of that because
we had the single camera, and and our two guys calling the football game. A lot of fun.
The three amigos. Want to wish Jake the best, though. Jake's going to move on to some greener pastures, and
that's one of the things that brought it up. Yeah, I mean, he was with us from the start there in high school and stayed with it.
Went on to college, came back, rejoined us. McGraw with a 3. 6 points now for Garrett.
We look forward to hearing about his endeavors when he moves on.
It's been cool how it's evolved over the years, Pete, as you alluded, from a single camera and some lapel mics to doing remote broadcasts from the studio just to, do our best to social distance as well and stay out of the arenas as best we can.
It's been really fun to cover these teams, just like Clinton Prairie, being able to went to school there and always loved the Gophers and loved going to school there, the teachers and the staff, and be able to go back later on in life and cover some of the kids going there now, and you see those faces, that are still around there.
To that point, as ISC grew and we started to branch out and cover some of those Putnam County teams, that's how we met Coach Greg Dean.
Yeah, that's right.
Who now's on the sideline tonight for Fountain Central, so it's amazing how things continue to come full circle. Jake McGraw misses here, rebounded by Funk.
Oh, right down the lane. Oh.
Blacker will draw the foul. 2:42 on your clock, fourth quarter action.
That's what I like about Blacker. He brings so much to the game. He's able to hit him down from the outside, but he's also a really smart player. Able to get open. Gets that, takes the pass, draws the foul, and earns a trip to the line here.
For our Gopher fans tuning in this evening, we will have the Clinton Central game for you next Friday here on ISC. Blacker gets both to go at the line. 14 points tonight for Drew. Nice scoring output. 10 above his season average. McCarthy takes it back outside. Fountain Central works it in. Now out to Wolf. 3 on the way, and he gets it to go.
Heck yeah.
Kobe Wolf with 5 points tonight. Little trap defense out top from the Mustangs. Foul with the body. And that should be number 5.
5 on him, yeah.
So Coach Dean will have a few moments here to elect who he would like to replace Gaylor in the game.
Gaylor had a pretty good first half. Second half, he's got those fouls on him and never really to get back going again.
.23 lead for the Gophers, a team that's trying to build on what's been a successful season thus far. The goal, obviously, that sectional championship that's eluded them since 1982. If my math is correct, that's 40 years ago. That ought to make Russ Doyle feel nice and old.
Say, you're throwing that out that we talk about Russ now.
Fountain Central Mustangs, just a few seasons ago, won back-to-back sectional championships, 14 and 15. They've got 10 in school history. They also won in 2012. McGraw gets a pair from the line. I want to thank Athletic Director Brian Eaton. Been so gracious to us this year, allowing us to get into the gyms and set up and cover these Gophers and what's been a nice partnership this season between Mulberry Telecommunications, Clinton Prairie, and the ISC Sports Network. You know, as the Gophers head down the stretch, Pete, we got Clinton Central up next at 5-5. Western, a game that they'll have at home, 11-3 on the season. Rossville's always a tough matchup, and they have to go to Rossville. They're 8-6, and then Covington 10-4.
Covington, yeah, that'll be another test for them.
So 3 very tough contests that could go either way. McGraw gets want to drop now, 56-30. Around 90 seconds to play. Number 5, Ty Kirkpatrick into the game. Number 20, Jacob Wilson in for the Gophers. Number 21 is Derek McDonald.
He gets in, gets the stat book.
Number 12 for Fountain Central is Lucas Miller. He's got the ball now. 3 on the way.
Boom.
And dropped. Carter Marion hit that buzzer beater before the half. He's added 5 more points here in the second half. He's got 7 overall. Tonight the Gophers, it's a little too much on the defensive end for these Mustangs. Coach Peckinpah still up. Got a
He's still
23-point lead,
yeah.
And he's not happy. Coaches never are.
Yeah, he's got these young guys in there. You know, he wants to see them be successful, make good plays here. So, yeah, you got to still coach them up.
$56-35 your score now. The ball loose, could have been a traveling violation. Nick Padgett, number 45, in there for the Gophers.
Just run a little weave here now, just kind of run that clock. Punch it out.
Wilson hands off to Padgett. Over to Kirkpatrick. 15 seconds on the clock.
Nice job. Just run it down. Gophers right at their average for points a game. That'll do it.
They'll look to hold. McDonald hangs on. Clock runs out. 56-35 your final here from Clinton Prairie. Pete, your final thoughts on this one?
What a great job for the Gophers. You know, really for them coming in after that loss, they could have come in rusty and and kind of overlooked this team. They didn't do that. They were pretty much limited touches inside like they wanted to do, and the rebounding, and really they played tough defense points off turnovers. Just a real good job by the Gophers tonight. Fountain Central, there's some good games coming up. They'll get back on their toes and get ready to play.
Fantastic showing tonight from the freshman Jake McGraw. 21 points tonight as he leads all scorers. Drew Blacker chipped in with 14 as well. For the Gophers, he was in double figures. Again, 56-35, your final. That's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. Clinton Prairie and Fountain Central. For Pete Gasho, Jake Morris, Tony Stewart, everyone behind the scenes here at ISC. I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you will join us next Friday night. It'll be the Clinton Central Bulldogs, Clinton Prairie Gophers, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30.